Hey y'all, this is Shana. What's going on? I came on here to talk to you guys for a little bit. First of all, like, comment, and subscribe. I hope everybody is doing fine out there on this lovely evening. Um, yes, I am chilling at home. And I just want to say, I came on here to talk about that lady Tatiana who had the four kids and they were living in their van because they were homeless. You know, it's sad to say that her two of her kids, unfortunately, they passed away because the car was cold. She woke up in the morning, the kids were sleeping in the car, they all were sleeping in the car. And here in Detroit, Michigan, is like, it's been freezing cold here. It's the winter time, it gets really cold here, okay? And like I said, unfortunately, her kids passed away. It's so sad because two of the kids have froze to death in the car. The mom tried to get help for a few months now, I guess, going to different shelters and programs, and I guess maybe nobody had any room for them or whatever the case may be. And, you know, I just had a moment, because I'm just thinking about that. Like, I can't imagine being a mom and you wake up and you see two of your babies froze to death. I just hate that it had to happen. And, you know, a part of this could be because inflation is up so high. For the past few years, all over the world, rent has extremely went up high, especially here in Michigan. It has went up so high. And even like myself, because of the grace of God, I'm just able to I just thank God I have a job. I'm able to pay my rent where I stay. And my rent is a little higher than what it was a few years ago and back in the day. Because back in the day, I used to have rent that was like $475, $500, $550. Those were the days. But for the past few years, everything is extremely high. Our food is like high. Eggs is $8 now. Like, everything costs so much, and then you have to worry about you know gas, electricity, the things you need in your home, like cleaning products, tissue, paper towels, soap, deodorant, those things that we have to have every day in life, like our deodorant, our personal products, things to clean up our house, cleaning products and stuff. That's everything. That stuff costs. Everything is so high now. So it's like, a lot of us are, like a check or two away from being homeless. Like I said, I know how it is because thank God I'm able to pay my rent and I have a job, but it's still tight for me. Like, and a lot of other people I know, it's just like things are so tight that you got to worry about in car insurance, maintenance for your car when you need to get oil change and tune-ups and whatever, for your car. And just everything is so expensive now these days. Like, it really is. And I just wish the lady could have got the help that she needed. Even like shelters here are so full because so many people need help because of inflation and rent has gone extremely up. Like, it's hard for people, even two people in a household, two adults in a household together, working together, has been like, I work with people, I listen to people tell me like, man, like, it's two of us and things are still tight. And you know, it's like, man, what the government gonna do about this high rent? Like, whew, the cost of living is so high now, y'all. So, you know, we sometimes, you know, things happen. Like, you know, sometimes people can judge people and say, oh man, like, what was they doing over there? They not paying their bills. And come on now, y'all, you not over there being responsible. Sometimes it's just working at certain jobs, you not getting paid enough, and things can be so tight to like you just can't afford it. Like, or you know, you may have gotten sick or something. You know, it could be something that's like just the flu or something, and you gotta miss a week out of work. Dang, and that's a whole week check that puts you behind. And now you like, man, my bills already high. Like, how I'm gonna scrape up the money to, you know, to come up with paying my rent? I done missed a whole week at work. So that can be the case. Like, it don't always be like, sometimes, you know, some people be irresponsible on purpose. Like, they just don't know how to be responsible and do the right thing with their funds. They can just use it up and go partying or gambling, whatever they do. Sometimes that does happen, but it is situations to where people may just some come up like in their life, like they can be sick and miss a whole week off of work. That leaves them short on their check, and now they like, man, okay, now I'm gonna be a little short on my rent, and now I can't pay the DTE. I gotta choose, you know, this over that bill, and me taking off of work for a week because I was sick. Something happened with the kids. I had to take off of work to, you know, check on my kids, and my kid was sick for a week. I had to take off of work. I ain't had nobody to watch them or babysit. I had to keep them out of school because I had to, you know, be here to check on them. And that's like you losing money right there. And it's like you already struggling. And sometimes stuff just happen in life. Sometimes you can get laid off on your job unexpectedly, and man, like, that's why I said sometimes you can be like a check or two from being homeless. So it's hard out here. You know, I'm praying for everybody, including myself, because these days, like, it is definitely financially harder than what it was like back in the day. And when I say that, I'm not like old, but I am middle age. I'm like in my 40s. I think that because I'm considered middle age. I'm 43. And I just remember me being like 23, 22, 24, having my own place, and things were like a lot easier back then. Like I say, rent was like 450, 475, 500, 550. For the past few years, it's like it's been extremely like tight for me. You know, it's like by the grace of God I am making it, but it's like it's still tight for me after I pay my bills, buy my food, all my other stuff, household products and all that, putting gas in my car. I'm like, I'm broke. I don't have nothing, you know. It's like you don't even have money left over to like just really treat yourself. Like, you know, things like every once in a while, like, you know, get your hair done, go buy you an outfit or two to, you know, dress up to look good. Whew. Y'all, that stuff goes out the window. It has went out the window for me for the past like few years, because I'm steady trying to pay these bills and catch up on things, even like credit card bills. So it's an unfortunate situation that lady had to go through, being homeless and having this tragedy hit her. Like, her kids froze to death for sleeping in the car because it's so cold here in Michigan. Like, And all because the family was homeless. Like, that is just so sad to me. Like, it is so hard for everybody out here. You know, I'm praying for that mother. Some people is kind of like judging her and like coming down on her because like, oh, how can you have your kids in this situation and this and that. But I'm quite sure the lady beating herself up like, man, like, what could I have done different, or should I gave my kids to somebody to keep them until I got on my feet, or maybe, you know, I'm quite sure all of this is going on in her head. So she's probably already beating herself up, you know. And sometimes people know like they could have made a better decision, but it's like they already know that. It's like, so why beat her up even more? Like, trust me, she probably really, like, I know that lady is going through something right now. Like, I know she's hurting on the inside, but now is not the time to judge her. Like, it's time to just show love towards her. Give her a hug when you see her and just comfort her and try to give her kind, encouraging words. Like, now is not the time to just be so judgy, like judgmental. So, yeah. But I just wanted to come on here and just talk about that situation, about the mom and her children. You know, that situation where the kids froze to death. And, yeah, guys, I'm going to jump into these news clips. And, yeah, y'all, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And, you know, and send prayers out to the mom. Her name is Tatiana. And let's jump into these news clips. And I will be back with you guys. I will get back with you. And see you soon.
Even comprehend. 2 children are dead tonight, found frozen to death inside a family van.
It appears a large family was living in the vehicle when it was discovered inside the Hollywood Casino parking garage at Greektown today. Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack has been following this story since she broke it, actually, and it is so sad that this happened to this family. What's the status now? What's going on with the mother?
Well, mom is being detained. Police will not say that she's arrested, but detained at this point. I want to paint a little picture of what these children have been enduring. When police went up to the van earlier today to seize evidence, they found just a couple of blankets inside and the 2 children that were frozen to death. The 2-year-old wearing a T-shirt and a pull-up, and the 9-year-old wearing a T-shirt and joggers. Police say this is now a full-blown criminal investigation.
Was unnecessary. It didn't have to happen this way.
Investigators shaken at this unimaginable tragedy. One phone call could have prevented it all.
The female says child not breathing. They are car at Greektown Casino parking structure.
Around 1 a.m. Monday morning, a gray minivan pulled into the Hollywood Casino at Greektown parking structure, parked on the 9th floor. Either it ran out of gas or had a mechanical issue, leaving the family of 6 without heat.
Around noon, the mother inside the van, along with 5 children, noticed that one of the children wasn't breathing. And she called family to come help, to convey to Children's Hospital.
That was the 2-year-old. Then not long after, the mom called the same family member, their godmother, to say the 9-year-old child was not breathing. Both were taken to Children's Hospital downtown, pronounced dead. Doctors believe they froze to death.
Sad, very sad, especially as a father. I just can't imagine what the family is feeling. I wish it hadn't have happened.
The 2-year-old wearing a T-shirt and pull-up. The older child in a T-shirt and jogging pants, only a couple blankets in the car. The other 3 children also checked out at the hospital are expected to be okay. They're being placed with Children's Protective Services, and now their mom is detained, being investigated for possible criminal charges.
I don't think anyone really wants to think about that at the moment with the 2 children passed, but the reality is that the circumstances do have to be examined. We have to figure out how to go forward.
The city of Detroit has a helpline set up for unsheltered people. The number is on the screen. It's up and running 6 days a week.
When you call the helpline, there's a specialist that will answer the call and walk the family through the resources and services that are available.
In her van with her 5 kids outside a casino in downtown Detroit. Police say the van ran out of gas while temperatures dropped to 17 degrees. A 2-year-old and 9-year-old both died of hypothermia. Williams says she tried calling the city's homeless solutions agency in November to ask for help, but says they didn't have family beds.
Everybody who know me know I worship the ground them kids walked on. They ate every day, all day. Goodies, food. They didn't want for nothing. Every day they went to school. I had one mistake.
That one mistake, she says, is having too much pride to ask for more help. Detroit's mayor has called for a review of the city's homeless outreach program.